So either you use technology in an efficient way to control our citizens and make the prosecution and the consequences for trafficking drugs extremely harsh, and criminalize the uses of drugs with insane penalties. Either you do something like that, which still won't curb the entrance to the trafficking of drugs, but maybe it might slow it down a little bit. Either you do that, or you make it legal and undercut the cartels so they don't make any more money. But invading Mexico is not going to solve the problem, because you're going to be attacking Mexico, not Mexico, but attacking the terrorists within Mexico, bombing shit, destroying infrastructure, and those quote unquote terrorists are going to be making money in the back end from American citizens still. You got to stop the fucking source of the problem. The source of the problem isn't the cartels. It really isn't. It's the demand for drugs. And if you stop those cartel members, if you destroy one cartel, another cartel will just rise up and do it. Because there's billions of dollars at stake, bro. It's a business. Risk and reward. If I was a cartel member and I'm making $13 billion a year, I'm not stopping. He says, as long as there's a demand, there will be supply. Go after the producers. There'll be new producers, bro. There's always going to be more producers.
If I was living in a country and my country's leader was picking a fight with the U.S., I wouldn't be very happy. Yeah. She's compromised? Maybe.
Probably is compromised.
Under Biden, over 260,000 Americans died of fentanyl poisoning.
That's a lot.
That comes out to 1,300 per week. And the cartels only profited from it. In 2022 alone, they made a staggering $13 billion from smuggling both drugs and humans.
That's pretty good.
Into the United States.
That shit makes the money that the fucking terrorist organizations get look like chump change. This is going to be a mess. Mark my words, bro. If we invade Mexico to take these quote-unquote terrorists out, these cartels out, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. He says, you just can't win the war on drugs. We've been trying for 50 years. Only thing you can do is to try slow down the process or slow down the process or it from here, getting it. You lost me in the end of it. Process or it from getting here. Look. The solution is easy, Kanai. The solution is easy. Legalize it, undercut the cartels. Easy solution, bro.
Professor, talk to us about the legality.
You're worried about people dying from fentanyl? Make it legal. Regulate it. Make it cheaper than the cartels sell it. And you're done. You've ran them out of business, just like any other business. Just like any other business. He says legalize is crazy. What other option do you have, bro? This war is not going to work. I promise you it's not going to work, Kanai. Anybody in the chat have an opinion on this other than Kanai? I want to know what other people's opinions are. I want to see what other people think. He says this is why you aren't a politician. The thing, James, is the politicians are going to say what's politically correct. They're going to be like, oh, no, we can't legalize it because of this and that and the moral implications. But shit, bro. Fuck the moral implications. If you can avoid having a war, if you can avoid a bunch of people dying on both sides, and I don't mean people just dying from the attack in a war. I mean just people dying from overdoses and fentanyl fucking overdoses. If you make it legal and it's regulated and you have people getting pharmaceutical grade fentanyl that's not tampered, that's cut properly, that's going to cut down on the deaths tremendously, bro. He says legalizing it would make it worse. Why? That's what people said about weed. How many times are we going to go over this same shit, chat? Seriously. How many times are we going to go over this same shit? That same thought process is what people said about weed. Look at weed now. They said, oh, if we legalize weed, the society's going to collapse. Did it collapse? It'll drive up the cost. Weed is legal and people still buy from people off the street. The people that are selling it off the street, where are they getting the weed from, though? Because I doubt they're getting it illegally. And maybe they are, but it's better than having a fucking war for no reason, bro. A war that you're not going to win. It's just going to be a waste on resources. I don't know. Do you guys want us to go to war with the cartels? Do you guys want us to go to war with the cartels? Serious question. Also, isn't the problem that people are dying from the use of the drugs? So don't you think that if we regulate the drugs, less people will die? Don't you think that if we made the fentanyl, the heroin, the cocaine, all this stuff legal and it was regulated, don't you think less people would die? There's countries where there's drugs that they've decriminalized all the drugs. Those countries haven't collapsed. Amsterdam hasn't collapsed.
And what you see here unfolding.
Yeah.
Well, I'd welcome this move. I think that the power of these drug cartels is sometimes, as in Mexico and in Venezuela, may be greater than the government itself. And so when these
what if it's the same thing?
Kinds of threats arise to our security, I think the military can be triggered.
This is such a dumb, smooth brain take. Those cartels are more powerful than the Mexican government because of us, the American people. The American people are the ones who are funding this whole thing, chat. So you're going to go to war and spend taxpayer dollars to destroy the cartels, which you're not going to succeed in destroying, to stop the drug trafficking that the American people want. The American people are the ones wanting the drug. They're the ones demanding the drugs. If there was no demand, there would be no supply. If there was no demand for the drugs, then no one would be supplying it.